family, welcome back to my channel for another episode of Talk About It Tuesday, y'all. And y'all know the host Bill. Talk About It Tuesday is a segment that we created to just talk about our motherhood journey because it looks so very different for each and every one of us. Y'all, today, let's talk about it Tuesday hit a little closer to home, right? So I'm going to interview my real life blood sister. Okay, y'all. Whew. This is an interview that you will not want to miss. I mean, just everything from being a teen mom to hitting on some struggles that she encountered. Y'all ready? Listen, this one is gonna be good. Let's go. Let's see here so we can admit her. Give her just a second to get on here. Hey girl, hey.
Hey, hello. Oh, how you do this? Okay.
Okay, y'all. So, like I said, I gave y'all a little bit of a spiel. So, this is my blood sister, y'all. So, this Talk About It Tuesday hits a little close to home. We are about to talk about motherhood at its best in all transparency. Y'all, why are you playing with the screen? Y'all, she played entirely too much. She played entirely too much. But
Oh,
so, we about to talk about motherhood at its finest, right? So, okay, Nisha, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to introduce yourself
oh,
as not just a mom, but a hyper entrepreneur, as a business owner, as a published author. Just introduce yourself so people can know who you are.
okay. Um, my name is Tanisha Jackson. I am a well, you done told everything.
Well, you still got
Career
something to
free.
tell.
Um, what else? I am a yoga teacher. Other than that, you just told everything.
Well, I guess I gave y'all the whole spiel about her background. Tell us a little bit about your books and what inspired you to write them.
Well, the first book, because it's one before the best is yet to come. It was a lady on Facebook, and she was asking about other people want to tell their story, and she was gonna like collaborate. Went to church, and basically, my pastor was talking about telling your story, and Marcus, my oldest son, came. He was just like, "Mom, you know she was talking to you, right?" So I was like, "Okay." It took me a while to write what I did, right? But after I put it in that book, it was like, okay, I might as well tell everything. Like it might help somebody else. So it inspired me to just tell everything, like ups, down, good, bad, all of it. So
So when you say the ups, the downs, the good and the bad, let's start from the beginning. I want to start with your journey into motherhood and how that shaped you as a person. So, I know the story, but they don't know the story. Let's talk about how your journey into motherhood started.
what part of it?
From the beginning, how did it start?
I was 14 when I had my first son. I was molested. So I was 14 when I had my first son. It was weird. I ain't know other children got pregnant. I had to go to another school and I'm tripping out because it's people younger than me and they excited about having babies and I'm like, your whole life ended. What's funny about this?
Right,
What is it to be hype about? Like what? Okay,
right.
you gonna be a mama, but you still a kid. Like, how did it work? And I remember the teacher coming to talk to me because I wouldn't talk to nobody else. I sit away from everybody else because I know this sounds ugly, but I felt like they was ignorant, just being. transparent because I'm like, I didn't see nothing funny about that. I feel like we need to be more serious about what's going on, more realistic, because ain't no more playing, ain't no more going outside with your friends,
Correct.
going walking to the store, going to the park. It's no more of that. So
Right.
the teacher was like, "Why are you sitting over here by yourself?" And I just humped my shoulders. She was like, "I don't understand." Humping of the shoulders. I was like, "I don't know." She was like, "Why you don't talk to nobody?" She was like, "I know you talk." And I told her, I was like, "I don't want to go over there and talk to them because I'm just trying to figure out what's funny about being a teen mom."
Right.
And she was like, "Why don't you ask them that?" And I'm like, "Ask them that." Okay. But she set us in a group and she just talked to us. And it was just like, I heard her, but it was like, lady, I'm 14. I hear what you said, but I'm 14 and I'm pregnant. I'm not gonna be able to go outside. I'm not gonna be able to do what I used to do. I'm gonna have to bring a baby with me.
Right. Right. Now, would you say becoming a mom at 14, how did that alter your perspective on life?
I feel like I had to grow up. I
Right.
felt like, especially just being completely transparent, just watching mama have a hard time with us. I didn't want to, I felt like I was a burden. I felt like me having a baby would put another burden on her.
Hmm.
She was like, finish school. And in my head, I'm like, I'm going to work. She's like, you ain't old enough. You need to get your education. But I'm like, in all reality, yeah, I'm young, but he's my responsibility.
Correct. Now, transitioning from being a child essentially to a mom all of a sudden, looking back, what is one thing that you wish that you had, one tool you wish that you had then that you now have, being a more seasoned mom?
Mm, Trying to see because I'm gonna say the people that I was around, a lot of them, I was a little more mature than anyway. But now it's like I ain't gonna say that I have now. I still want and need that now, but I'm gonna say I have a little more moral support. I would say, if that's the word I'm looking for, I have more than people just, oh, you got this baby. Ain't nobody gonna want to talk to you. They gonna think you just, a
Right,
lay. And the boys' mama ain't gonna want them to talk to you because they gonna look at you like you grown, but you ain't grown. You a child. I'm like, make up your mind. I'm a kid. Or I'm grown. Like, what is?
right.
So
So you wish that you had more support to help you with your self-esteem and your identity at that time, is what you're saying.
right, and more positivity because it was just like, don't make me feel shame.
Right,
Explain to me like what it is, what I need to be doing, or just help guide me because it's like I love mama, but I'm I'm finna say it. It's like, yeah, I was 14, 15, but I'm like, I can talk for myself. Like she was still trying to talk for me, and I'm just like, so I know what's going on with me. I can talk for me.
right,
Yeah, I told you, and the doctor looked at me funny because I told her I was like, Mom, I can talk for myself. And the doctor looked like, oh, but I didn't say it in a mean way, but it's just like, yeah, I'm your child, but allow me to speak for myself. Allow me to grow up
right.
because I'm not gonna stay a little girl forever.
Correct. Now, thinking about you being a teenage mom and how you have kind of transitioned, what advice would you give to other young moms?
Nurture their gifts. Learn their love languages. If you have more than one child, they are different. They are not you. They are not the younger you.
Yes.
Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic because people will tell you they're going to be 10 times worse. They're going to be their own people. They are their own people, but you got to learn to nurture them. And if it's more than one, you can't nurture them the same way. You might have one that might not want to be loved on and hugged on, but then you got one that want to lay up under you. Like you have to pay attention and learn your child and or children.
Correct.
So take time to do that. Take time to nurture their gifts.
Okay. Now, I think you hit a key point. When you're a mom of multiple, right? Tell us what your transition from being a teen mom of one looked like, into being a single mom of seven. Let's talk about that. Did you ever wait? Let me just go back. Did you ever imagine yourself like having one child? Did you ever imagine having seven children?
I didn't imagine having one. And then I looked up and I had seven. And I was like, Lord, you got to be punking me for real. But then it was like, after so long, I'm like, you see something in me that I don't see in myself, that you entrusted me with seven souls to guide and teach and lead. So it's something that you saw within me that I didn't see in myself.
Now,
That's how I started to look at that.
okay, what would you say one of your biggest accomplishments are? Um, just being a single mom. What is one of your biggest accomplishments along your journey?
I want to say I kept going. No
That's
matter
good.
how I felt, I kept going. Because I wanted them to know no matter what, get up, dust yourself off, and keep going. It don't matter what nobody else say. It's you, how you feel about you. Um, the only way you feel is if you give up on yourself. That's how I look at that. So
I think that's really good. I
I think
definitely
that's
think that good. That's good. But then I guess my next question is, what are some specific fears that you encountered along your journey when your children were younger? Like, what are some of the fears that plagued you raising children as a single mom?
so being completely transparent. I didn't know I had PTSD till I got older. I honestly just thought I was a little bit crazy.
You are, but
But whatever, like say for instance, when they went certain places, I used to panic. I used to panic because I knew what happened to me and I didn't want that to happen to them. So I just be calling, they all right? They all right? They all right? Like I found myself one time actually having an anxiety attack because I'm like, yeah, I didn't want nothing to happen to them. Or say for instance, them getting into the hanging with the wrong crowds and stuff like that. So I made it my business to talk to them. You
right.
know, if people be like, you don't tell your children that whatever ministry starts at home. You
Hmm.
can't wait for the teacher to do it. You can't wait for the pastor to do it. It starts at home. So
Right.
I just started talking to them. And they would look at me sometimes. They were like, oh, Mom. But I'm like, I'm letting you know so you'll know because I'm just like, people crazy. People crazy and I panic. I still do now sometimes and they grown.
So, having starting off your journey as a 14-year-old mom, and I'm not going to tell your age, I'll be laughing about your age, but I ain't going to tell your age, and seeing where you are now, right? Because your roles look completely different from when you first started until now, because as you said, you have adult children, right? So, just think about the course of your journey as a mom. How do you feel just like, because I'm going to say this, and this is, you have some very good children. And I am so very proud to just watch them. And I text them all the time, be like, I'm proud of y'all, because I be over here having proud auntie moments. But for you, like, how do you feel knowing that you raised 7 people, right? And they are all very successful in their own way, and they're all very humble and polite and hospitable people. How does that make you feel?
That part make me feel good, but it's weird saying I have adult children, but I'm not ashamed of my age. I'm 41. But
Lord have mercy.
it's just like just sitting back watching them. I was like, God carried us through so much.
Hmm.
I'm like, it's a lot of stuff people don't know. And I'm like, I sit back and I just look and I'm like, ooh, thank you, Jesus. Cause
Amen.
Cause that's just it. Like it wasn't just me. I was like, I I was telling mama this morning. I was like, I remember I signed up for welfare. They gave me $141 for 4 children. I had the apartment, utilities. They need two children in diapers. I was like, but a way was always made. The lights was on. We had running water. They had clothes. They had diapers. They had what they needed.
Amen.
So that's why I'm like, God took care of us.
Right. Right. Now let's briefly talk about your book, The Best Is Yet to Come, right? Did you come up with that title because you knew that, hey, where I started is not where I'm meant to be, and it only is going to get better from here? Is that what made you come up with that title, or how did you come up with the title for that particular book?
I think the editor at the time came up with the title. I don't remember. Or I came up with the title and she added the rest because it's actually the best is yet to come. A single mother of seven's transparent journey to success. Um, I'm gonna say I don't know. Everybody have their different interpretation of things, but while I was writing one time, I just kept saying it. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Or somebody will send me a word of encouragement, and it was like the best is yet to come. And I was telling the editor, she was like, "Well, that should be the name of the book," because she was like, "Cause the best is yet to come. Just keep going." And I was like, "Okay." So that's how that came about.
Now, what it, because like I said in the beginning, like in doing the sorry, there's so you wear so many different hats. Yes, you are a mom. You are a holistic healer. You are a trauma informed yoga instructor. You are a published author. What is next for you along your journey? Like, where do you see yourself? What are your goals that you set for yourself?
Well, I'm gonna say a near future goal. I want to be able to set up like a studio slash office space in my home. That way people can come. And so I also am a children's yoga instructor. I just want to be able to give tools to other individuals to be able to cope with stress, find other ways to deal with certain things like depression. Um, I don't know. I just want to help.
That's a beautiful thing though, having a heart and a spirit that wants to help be based on your journey, right? And seeing people that you can relate to in a lot of areas and wanting to be in a place to help them. Well, I look forward to seeing what happens next. And I get a front row seat because, like I said, you're my sister. So I get a front row seat to see what happens next in your life, not just your personal life, but your business life. And somewhere behind the scenes, we'll be on here cheering you on. So, guys, thanks again for tuning in. Tanisha, thank you for being here. You guys will see her again because we will be interviewing her on Saturday, specifically about her business endeavors. So please, please, please tune in on Saturday for Spotlight Saturday. On Saturday, she will have the links where you can purchase her books. You have ebooks, correct?
No,
Okay. Well,
I have the books on Amazon.
okay, so she will have the links where you can purchase her books, and she does do Zoom yoga. So like if you cannot make it in person, just based on your location, she can show up just like she showed up here on video. So we look forward to interviewing you soon. Tanisha, thank you so much for being here, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Thank
Peace,
you.
love, and blessings to you all. Happy Tuesday. We'll talk soon. Thanks, Nisha.
All right.
Bye.